Previously on Final Fantasy, the Labyrinth of Time. Hi guys, welcome back. Scatlink here. We're off for more Final Fantasy, the Anniversary Edition, and because I don't know how long the Labyrinth of Time is going to take compared to Omega, I thought I'd live stream it, just to be a little bit of change of pace. As he explains, if we run out of time to break a blue, we break a red seal, we beat the floor in time, we break a blue seal. I believe that means that that's how that determines what version of the final boss you're gonna fight. We're going red! God damn it! I pressed the wrong button. No! Why? Oh! Wait, what? What? Oh no! Okay, that's not clear. On the safe floors, the red ones take you out. Oh dear. Let me click. Hang on. Oh, it did say return to labyrinth entrance. I didn't read it properly. Dude, can I just leave? I'm gonna die next turn. I don't even know which way is the right way to go. Yep, I'm dead. There's no way. I can't kill them quick enough. I ran! Okay. Sorba's now the fastest thing alive, apparently. Sorry, Shadow, Blue Shadow. That's a thing. Run! Nope, dead. I'll give it one more go, and this time I'm not going to be a bloody moron. Oh my god. This is a mini-boss. That almost one-shot. Never mind. They just bullied Daewoo. These guys are massive threats. And of course I have to bomb into them right before I leave the floor. Just attack him. Everybody hit him. Chop him up. There we go. Flo gets the win. Oh boy, we're here. We're at the boss, guys. Invisora, please. Okay, so what the flip? That's a physical hit. That was more than Sorba's maximum health. Flat out, I'm under leveled. There was no question about that. That realization just hit me, and this is the easiest boss, the easiest version of the boss, and it did that. Of course. That still does 800! Excuse me, protect half damage? What? Well, we're screwed. Attack Sorba! God damn it. And if it kicks me out of the game, then all that was wasted. It's been a complete waste. It kicked me off. And now for the final bonus episode of this project. Hi guys, welcome back. Scatlink here, and we are off for more of 60 frame per second goodness, mainly because you know, live streaming with the previous 2 episodes and all that. Well, it was one live stream split into 2 videos because of it going on for 3 bloody hours. I didn't think the Labyrinth of Time was going to take that long. But yes, in the last 2 episodes, we streamed the Labyrinth of Time, and we failed miserably. We made it through the dungeon eventually, but I fought the strongest version of Chronodia, and, well, I bit the bullet. And in this episode, this is the final bonus episode. That's kind of funny, really, because it took 20 bonus episodes to go through all of the additional stuff, and 30 episodes to go through the actual game. Mainly in this episode, we're just going to beat the final boss again and make a new clear save data, because this was the clear save data that we done before we went to do all of the bonus stuff. So this is our first time through, and we didn't come out too clean. We're level 44, Sorba didn't live to tell the tale, and, well, yeah, we beat it in 18 hours. We're now at 31 hours with a maximum wallet, and we were pretty close to that in our original file anyway. Level 52 across the board now, we're all fully healed. Basically, what I'm going to do is that, as I've already said, beat Chaos again, make a new clear file, and I'm going to show you the differences on what happens if you do the additional stuff or not. It does affect your clear file in ways you wouldn't actually realise. So, there is no New Game Plus, I don't believe. So, oh yeah, there is a New Game Plus. You just have to load up your clear file as an actual file, because that's something that will show off as well. But for now, let's go fight Chaos again, just because we can. Hello. Okay, here we go. So, last time when we fought him, we died once, and then we beat him afterwards, and it took roughly near an hour. Or just over an hour. I can't remember how long the final episode went, actually. But, It should be a lot faster now because we've got all this new swag from the previous Dawn of Souls dungeons that we've done, and that means 2 Judgment Staffs, a Lightbringer for Holy, so we can cast Flare and Holy without any issue, and everyone can now do humongous damage with their weapons. We've got an improved Excalibur on Zest, the Ragnarok. We've got the, not the Kikichimonji, but the Masamune, no, the Murasame, excuse me, for Sorba. We've also got the ultimate weapon on Flow, and we've got the original Masamune on Daewoo. So everyone can do decent attack damage now. So if we just went, for example, just to attack a Woover, 383 from Flow. He starts with a Blaze, so that's perfectly fine. I can live with that. Plus, we're all like 8 levels higher than before, so we should be tanking hits a bit better now. Zest does 440. Sorba still doesn't do the most, and Daewoo still doesn't do the most. But that's perfectly fine, because we've got a lot more stuff that they can do. Daewoo is obviously our magic user, so that's sweet. So, immediately starting off, let's just have some fun here. I'm not going to go all the way through the credits again, because that's pointless, so I'll just get back to the point where we can make a new clear save data. But yes, let's use Saber on you, let's cast Haste on you as well. Everyone can have a bit of Protector right here, and you can start off with an Invisora just because why not. So yeah, last time we fought, we were in this battle screen, we got absolutely trounced. If I went all reds, I would have been fine, but oh no. that was ridiculous. I'm glad I did it as a live stream though, mainly because it took that long, and we're ending on a nice neat 20. This is like the final episode for this series, because we've done pretty much everything we can do without unnecessary grinding, so take that what you will. I'm not going to go through and beat all 8 versions of Chronodia, I don't want to do that. I was just wanting to see if I can make it to the end, and I was originally going to end it on the 1 attempt, but, you know, we eventually got further in, so it's perfectly fine. We need a heal, so we will heal Arga, if I can words. And who needs to spend 50 MP to cast Flare? Okay, I'm actually pretty sure Sorba's gonna die. I should have been feeling a bit better. I am playing a little bit recklessly here. I think I'm a little bit overzealous, but Sorba should barely live. There we go. Good. Well, that's his 1 attack. Look at that, 838 already. And that was only with a Saber and a Haste. Sorba's going to give himself a Haste. He's used the Judgment Staff to get a free Flare off. Now we need to bump up some party members a little bit here. Of course, we want more evasion. We've got the dual rapiers, but we're not using that for now. So you can attack. You can use the... where is it? Giant's Gloves on yourself. You are going to heal Arga again, but this time you are going to Rune Staff, because we didn't have that last time, and that means extra heals for us. So it just makes it a little bit easier, a little bit more manageable, because we have methods. That is a free turn for us, because that cannot kill us. It's kind of funny, well, how that effect goes off. It basically, like, crumbles the platform we're already standing on, which is visually already crumbling. And remember, Chaos is, like, pretty easy in comparison to the other bosses we fought now. So it's, like, just a couple of buffs, give him a couple of whacks, get past his heal threshold, and we should be pretty good. We're all at max health again now, so you can attack, you can attack. You can now have... Actually, no. You know what? Because Flo can still do stuff physically with the ultimate weapon, as long as she's got a lot of health, she can go for physical attacks. If she's moderately well, I'll make her use the Judgment Staff for a flare, and if that's not good enough and she's too low, she can go back to healing. So I'm trying to see if I can actually beat this guy without spending a single magic point on Daewoo, and he's got the most, by the way, so it's like unnecessary using Judgment Staff on his turn, but it still does the most damage on his turn. And look at that! 14,000 already. And we're already back at max health, so this guy's like not that big of an issue at all. As long as we've got the buffs going, we're good. I might do one more Protector just for fun. Judgment Staff. In fact, I might just give Daewoo Saber and Haste. Just have a bit of fun with this. Make everyone go physical. That'd be funny. Alright, so what we're going to do here. You are going to... yeah, we're going to do that. Bugger it. Why not? Let's, actually, I feel like I want your turn to be a Hilargo this time, because I believe he's going to do another multi-attack. Let's go down here and do the thing. Okay, you could just hit Flo for physical. Still needed a heal at least. That was not a crit, but it's still at 800. So, not bad there. I love that sound effect. So yeah, 50 episodes of this game. That's like 20 less than Final Fantasy VI. That's crazy, but we've got bonus episodes coming for that as well. I just got to, you know, beat the game on PC for that. So, that's a thing, but we're nowhere near that yet. So, let me see here. You know what, everyone just attack. Bugger it. Let's see if we can finish him off this turn. That's an 18 hit. 996. 14 hit. 713. 18 hit. 826. Obviously, Flo would have done more. Wow, they were actually a decent amount as well. Look at that. But yeah, Flo would have done more if she was at max. That's fine. So, you know what? Use your turn just with the rune staff. You can use your turn. In fact, just attack. Bugger it. I think it does the same amount of damage as his flare now, and it's just faster. Just wow, that was weak. You're done, buddy. I think he's actually dead next turn. He hasn't healed yet. Is he dead this turn or next turn? Oh wow, Daewoo actually didn't do a lot that time. Hey, you know what? I'm just going to slap on one more Hilaga. Just for funsies. So that means Flare does do more damage. Then it's physical, unless he gets a crit. You're a douche! Oh no, it missed! There we go! Bugger you, my boy. My haste is powerful, more... Oh, powerful? That's not a word. More stronger than you're slow. And slow affects all characters, I think. Slow has more opportunity to hit, but it only targets the one. Okay, let's just all attack and finish this guy off. Oh, this dude does a lot of damage to Sorba, though. Almost 1200 with from Flo right there. He's still going. Interesting. Well, how much more annoyances do you want to do? Okay, you know what? I'm actually going to use Daewoo's turn for the Groom Staff this time, because that actually heals more. Tsunami. We should live that. I'll be so annoyed if Sorba gets knocked out again. Good, we did live. Are we actually going to win this turn? That crit might have done it, though. Yeah, we go! That crit did do it! Everyone lives! Again, Sorba's the weakest, but no one died this time. And that's how quick he is. Under 10 minutes with intros. Under 11 minutes, excuse me. I looked at that wrong. I didn't look at the seconds. But yeah. I am now just going to cut back to when we can actually make the save. Alright, well that took a good 10 minutes to get through. And there was only, I could only skip one bit, and that was like, you know, the very slow text crawl before the credits actually begin. You can press pause to skip that. Not the actual credits though. Thankfully I can skip that though, so I don't have to wait until it appears. Clear game data allows you to start a new game with your bestiary intact. However, viewing it in extras allows you to view more stuff. We want to do this. Now, of course, we were on file 6 and 7, but my current file was 7. That was our previous game save data, so I'm going to save it in 9, just so I can compare. And of course, that is also a new game plus, so if you just want to, like, you know, if you've missed a few enemies and you want to go through the game again, you can do it that way instead of starting from the very, very beginning. But with that, back to the top screen we are, and we can now do a little bit of browsing in extras, because that's why we beat the final boss again for. We have Art Gallery, Bestiary, and the Music Player. Now, all three of these are, well, we already know about the bestiary. You just load up your file and, you know, you have all your bestiary from that point in the game. Either the clear file or the, you know, your actual file. You just access the bestiary without actually going into the game. So if I go into, like, our original clear data, for example, it will be exactly the same of what we did once we beat Chaos. So Chaos will never be registered in your bestiary unless you have actually, you know, beaten him. And the only way to have him registered in your bestiary is on a clear save file, because you have to actually be able to, you know, save the game after beating him in order for him to register. So we can actually view his stats now. Well, we could have done that before, but I didn't do it. He's only got 20,000 HP. His defense is quite pitiful considering. yeah, it's kind of underwhelming. I mean, we could go to our actual clear data now that we just made. Oh, shit. No. It wants me to save because I've already checked something in the Bestiary, therefore I got rid of the stars, so be careful with that. Don't accidentally overwrite your file. But yes, we come over here, and now we're at 89%. We got all these enemies that we fought in the Dawn of Souls dungeons and all that. Not the stuff in the Labyrinth of Time, because I didn't complete it. I died. You have to complete it or leave midway in order to have stuff registered. That's kind of a thing. But hey, still haven't viewed Chaos all this time. But everything else here is, well, here. So that's a thing. Oh, it says select a file. It doesn't specify save game, so that's a thing. But yes. And that also goes for the art gallery. So let's just go straight to our clear data that we just saved. And yeah, completion, 77%. Depending on how much of the Bestiary you have filled up, because, you know, that's how it tracks progression for this. Because, you know, when you beat a boss in one of the Dawn of Souls dungeons, that's part of the Bestiary, and therefore the game recognises that as completion, because you've gone through an extra dungeon and you beat the boss. That's how it tracks it. There are 76 pieces of artwork. I only made it to 67. Yeah, but these are all, I believe, available on the PlayStation 1 version as well. Not the Game Boy Advance version, because it didn't have the storage for it, or the resolution. But, yeah, all the anniversary editions, plus the PS1 version, have this. It's kind of odd, really, because, like, the PlayStation 1 version still uses the old 1 point, like, magic points per level spell build, instead of the MP all over build, which is what this is, which is the classic build that we all know and love, really. But yeah, we can view concept art. We got a goblin. We got, you know, the original artwork of the game, I guess. Pretty much all original artwork from the game. I don't know who this is supposed to be. Is this supposed to be the princess that you rescue that gives you the loot? I'm not entirely too sure, because I get Cosmo vibes. Maybe Cosmo from the original Dissidia games were based off this design. Who knows? Shark, spider, it's all here. So what have we got? Hey, should we just go through them all? I mean, it doesn't take that long. I mean, we did do that in our other videos. So let me close that window so we get a better look at it. So that's the flans, gargoyles, mummies, or pharaohs, what you want to call them, snakes, the minotaurs. The basic designs for all the characters. I think that's supposed to be the behemoths that appear. I mean, like, you got like the 4 warriors of light right there. I think I can see a white mage. I can see a warrior, which will be the warrior of light. I don't know what that is there. It doesn't look anything recognizable. Hill Gigas, goblins, I think. Or that could actually be Astos, I think. Cockatrice, Lich, one of the fiends. There's Crocodile. That's Neochu, I think it's called. Oh, that might be Thief. Okay, so that's the Thief. That makes a bit of sense. Even though it's a very completely different design than what we're used to seeing for a Thief. Maybe it's a ninja then. No, because it's... No, it could be a monk, actually. It could be a monk. Or master. One of the two. So that's pretty dynamic. Dragons. Oh, that's supposed to be Merilith in the fire shrine for the fire crystal. Those things, Poseidons, they're imps. Oh, dark wizards. That's epic. That's nice. Actually, can I zoom in? Is there an option for that? Oh, enlarge. Oh, it cuts it off though because of the screen. Okay, I better not do that then. We've got the blood tigers. I don't recognise that for some reason. The chimeras or the minotaurs, whatever. That's the I forget what names they are. Those are those deco enemies. Medusas. That's awesome. That's actually what shows up on like the PlayStation, the PSP's home menu before you boot up the game when you highlight the UMD. So that's cool. Obviously that's supposed to be Chaos or something. Brawler, I think that was called before. That's a stone golem. Unicorn. Ghosts. Nagi, I think it was called. That's Kraken. That thief's not having a good time. Yeah, it must be a thief then, because a monk wouldn't use weapons. Dinosaur, or T-Rex, or whatever it's called. Dark Knights. Maybe that's a Chimera. I can't remember. Chimera's like mishmash. That's the temple in the sky, which is just floating, not attached to the bloody tower, by the way. It's weird. You have an airship, yet you can't fly up there. Makes perfect sense to me, even though the airship is clearly on screen. Annoying. That, I believe that looks like the war meg. Oh, I think we're at the end. Oh no, wait, what? Oh, we skipped a bunch. That's because I missed a few enemies in the main game. That's probably why. It probably ends at 59. So as prophesized, we got some actual like proper 3D renders going on right here. So we got like the crystal necklaces that the Warrior of Lights wear. You know, the ones that they show off to prove that they are actually the Warriors of Light. You can see him wearing it there as well. That's cool. It's Garland and the Warrior of Light facing off. And when I say Warrior of Light, I mean in terms of how he is depicted as in Dissidia, because he's just known as the Warrior of Light. So he's also the warrior class, so you know what I mean. So that's pretty cool. A little bit crushed, but you know, that's just the resolution. That's from the intro. Most of these images are going to be from the intro, and they were also used for backdrops during the credits. So of this version anyway. So we're all aware of this. That one's got no background or lighting to it, so you can actually see the weapon. That's the very final image before it says the end. That was at the very beginning of the credits. And we're back at the beginning again. So, yeah. That's the whole art gallery that we got for the Let's Play, anyway. I'm not going to save that progress. It's annoying that I have to... Whoops, I didn't go to extras. It's annoying that you have to keep backing up for that, but yeah, you got the art gallery, you got the Bestiary. I mean, if I boot up the art gallery for our previous clear save date for when we beat the final boss, Chaos, we didn't do any of the Dawn of Souls dungeons, so as you can see, we've got nothing down here. It just stops at, it stops at 51%. I mean, look at that. We're missing all of this. We're only got up to battling the dragon. We're missing all this extra artwork. So, the more the bestiary you fill up, the more art gallery you unlock. So, that's kind of the trade-off. And finally, we got the music player. Now, I'm not going to go to my original... Oh, I forget, you don't even need to load up your file. It just takes data from all the files that you've had thus far. And, well, it allows you to listen to all the music in the game. So, I can, you know, have the main theme. If it loads it. You also get, like, a little slideshow going on, depending on what you chose. Slightly higher resolution than what the game's actually is. There we go, I was about to say, is it going to actually bloody play? And then you go forward like that, and you can it's basically a playlist. Because right now I've just pressed forward, I pressed back and it restarted the music. I've gone forward and now it's going to play Chaos Shrine once it gets to it. There we go. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So if I scroll down here, boss battle A, boss battle B, last boss, opening demo, the loot, all this stuff. And then you've got like the additionals, which are all down here. Final Fantasy 3. Battle number 2, and it is actually talking about Final Fantasy 3, not Final Fantasy 6. That's this one, VI, Decisive Battle, as we all know. But yeah, you got Final Fantasy 3, we got Final Fantasy 4, Battle number 2, and then we got Battle number 2, which was the actual boss battles against Shinryu and Omega, but the Battle of the Big Bridge is the battle that is the music that played when we fought against Gilgamesh. If I play it, you'll recognise it. If it wants to play, because this thing takes forever to load. Come on. There we go. And then obviously we'll see some slideshows of dungeons, because it's a dungeon thing. I don't know if it shows layouts of the dungeon that you have to go through in order to get to him, but... Nah, it doesn't. It's just using generic battle, like, boss battle stuff. During the normal game. Yeah, there's Lich. So these all just... Yeah, so it's a music player. It's not that bad. I mean, it could be better on the loading, because that might just be a tribute to my PSP, but... These songs will not be here unless you've at least entered the dungeons, or they may just be here originally, because you may not beat them, but you'll still hear them. So I'm not too... I can't remember if these are unlocked or not, But as soon as you beat the game, you have access to the music player. And you have to have at least one clear save data in order to actually unlock it, because I don't think you can unlock it immediately. I do remember that I had to beat the game in order to do it. I'm pressing circle many times, it won't let me get back. But yeah, I know that was a little bit short in terms of the extras. We probably had more gameplay against Chaos than anything else, but I just wanted to beat Chaos again on the screen to show you that if you've gone through the Dawn of Souls dungeons, the experience that you've gained, plus the items, because you don't get any items in the Labyrinth of Time, they can actually be a lot more helpful against the final boss, and because you've gone against more stronger bosses, Omega, Shinryu, I believe Ultros as well, because he was a meat shield, he had like 5,000 HP above Chaos, I believe. So yeah, it all kind of like makes the final boss of the game seem like a kind of a pushover. But that's the whole point of it, because that means you go back to him in order to update your clear save data if you didn't, like, you know, go all the way through the game again by loading clear save data. And in fact, that's one thing else I've got to show off, and I'll show it off on our knocked out file here. If you choose a clear save data to load, I'm not going to use this one, I'm going to use this one. It starts back at the beginning of the game. I think I've already shown that in part 1, I can't remember, but yes, this is basically New Game Plus, as it said when you were saving clear save data. If you load a clear save data as a normal file, you'll be basically playing a New Game Plus file where you keep all of your Bestiary plus Chaos, so you can save outside the Chaos battle with a 100% Bestiary. That's really the only kind of replay value you have with this game, plus obviously choose a different team to go through the entire game, but that means you gotta go through the entire game again, and that means all that grinding again, like, you know, for the Dawn of Souls dungeons, so they're not that big of a issue, like with me with Omega, because it took me a whole bloody hour. But you get what I mean. And yeah, that's the end of Final Fantasy, the Anniversary Edition for Game Boy Advance-ish, PS4P, iOS devices, and the 3DS in Japan only. So, with that, guys, this project is now done. I don't know when I'm going to get to the Final Fantasy VI bonus episodes in terms of, you know, the additionals that were included in the GBA, iOS, and PC versions of the game. I'm doing the PC version, by the way, as I've already mentioned a bunch of times during this project. And not only that, but I am also, you know, doing South Park Fractured But Whole. I am doing something coming up very soon, which is a collaboration. You'll probably see a little mini intro video for that. And I hope you guys have enjoyed this project. It was my first PSP project, and it also ended up being my first PSP live stream in terms of bonus episodes 18 and 19. So I hope you enjoyed this series. I know it took us a while to get through the later half of these bonus episodes, but, you know, I got a bit burnt out on RPGs, plus there were bonus episodes. I had, you know, the first subscriber stuff going on, Freedom Planet, one shot, so yeah, a lot of stuff's happened. Hope you check out the rest of the channel, hopefully you check out all the other stuff that we've done, and I'll see you guys for the next video, whenever that will be, and whatever it will be. See you guys then.